Hey guys, excuse me because I just got out of the shower. Pat Champeau is getting a little impatient, so we're going to do a video on the birth certificate revelations. So let's go ahead and listen to Pat Champeau. If you don't know who she is a seems like a pretty nice person, so I'm not going to go too hard on her. Because she seems like a sweet lady, to tell you the truth. But she just recently came out of the woodwork, and she's supposedly an ex-private eye who's been looking into me in a lot more ways than one. And she supposedly has come across a copy of my birth certificate. Not a certified copy, but a copy. So she's made a video claiming that she examined the birth certificate, and none of VonHelton's names are on it. So, is it true? I don't know. Stick around. Let's hear what Patty had to say.
James Paul VonHelton, nor the name VonHeltonJr. is listed as a father on his birth certificate. And if he has a birth certificate that he has not altered, that he wants to show, saying that it is, feel free to make a complete ass and liar out of me. I don't care. Enjoy it.
One of the things, Pat, she's really gone out of her way to make comments on a lot of my videos with little interesting tidbits about me. You know, like digging up my other YouTube channel, which has some of my music on it. I'm a musician. I used to be a musician. I used to sing. And matter of fact, here's some annotations right now, about right here. Maybe they're like right here. Yeah, right there. And if you click that, it'll go to some of my songs. In case you ever wondered, VonHeltonJr. knows how to sing. Also, she's been on my Facebook, and she's also just been doing a whole bunch of silly stuff, you know, digging stuff up about me. You've been hard at work, Pat. I'll give you that. I did get my birth certificate in the mail 2 days ago. And, yeah. I really don't care what you say, but I'm going to be honest. Is VonHelton's name on my birth certificate? Nope, it's not. I was disappointed when I got the birth certificate, to tell you the truth, because even though I know that having that to show wouldn't be any evidence, you know, anyway, because you'd have VonHelton saying that I faked it and altered it and all that, and I could alter the birth certificate if I wanted to, just to be silly about it. I could do that, and I wouldn't get in trouble for it either, Pat, because under further examination of the law, I find that it's not a crime to alter your own birth certificate as long as you don't attempt to use it for official business. So in order for it to be a crime, I'd have to take an altered birth certificate to, let's say, the DMV and attempt to get a driver's license using false information on a certified birth certificate. That would be a crime. Altering it for novelty purposes is not a crime. It's not a crime unless I try to use it somehow. But I didn't go through with that. I'd never even considered doing it, because this is an honest operation here. I'm all about honesty, and even though I know this is going to hurt my credibility, I actually already assume that most people don't believe me anyway. So, is it possible that you could have a father and his name might not be on your birth certificate? Absolutely. Whose name is on my birth certificate? Well, not my father. Actually, my sister's father's name is on my birth certificate. And for some reason, he was with my mother at the time of my birth. Now, I don't know all the details, but I do know that he's not my actual father. And because my mom tried to go after him for child support, because he actually had income, unlike VonHelton, and he requested a DNA test, and he passed it, and I am not related to him. So What does that conclude? What conclusion do you come to based on that? Well, the conclusion is that the man whose name is on my birth certificate as my father is not my father, because there's a DNA test saying that he's not my father. So someone else is my father. Could it be the man that raised me until I was 6 years old, who's lived in my house for 6 years, and told me he was my father on a daily basis? Could it be that? Yeah, it is. Now, here's another clip of Pat Champeau, Champeau, whatever. French. It's a French name. Bringing up Von's youngest children, and trying to somehow conflate that I am a danger to his children, or something like that. So here's a clip of that.
Is to prevent 3 children under the age of 6 from having to go through even more, trouble in their lives by having a strange man show up at their door claiming to be their big brother.
Okay, I'm not a danger. I'm not a danger to anyone. I'm harmless. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I don't have any violent mission here or any kind of malicious mission. Okay, when I say that I'm going to go to Kentucky and knock on VonHelton's door, that's exactly what it means. I'm going to knock on his door. There's no harm in knocking on someone's door. You can knock on anyone's door. I could walk down the street right now and knock on all my neighbors' doors and just say, "Hey, how you doing? Just want to say hello." There's no harm in it. Now, do you think that I care about his current children? Do you think I'm going to bring them into this? Do you think I'm going to address them directly if I knock on VonHelton's door? No. I would ask VonHelton to accompany me somewhere private so we can talk. That's my only goal. So stop trying to, stop trying to bring this kind of aura of mental instability, because there's nothing unstable about my mental state. I'm not unstable. Mentally I'm okay. Well, to a certain extent. I'm just as crazy as anybody else out there. But I'm not delusional, and I don't have delusions. Because if you read some of these comments on trolls, haters, and naysayers, where this video was originally posted by Pat Champeau, you'll see there's a lot of stuff on here from people thinking that I'm insane. There is, let's see here. Okay, so Katie Joy says, "Pat's chat, it's very creepy. There's something mentally wrong with that guy. How are we to know whether or not this is some joke or some guy really has delusions that he's VonHelton's son? What if that freak shows up, loses his mind, and harms the kids?" And then she goes on just in another comment, the same woman, "I'm not a fan of VonHelton's either, but I get a really bad vibe off that Steve guy. I truly believe he's mentally unstable. All anyone has to do is watch him and his mannerisms are really off." What mannerisms? Really? I'm hurt. It takes a lot to hurt me, Katie, but those statements hurt me because I don't understand what mannerisms you're talking about. I make very coherent, straightforward videos, and that's what I do. I'm not mentally unstable. I don't have a plan to go and kidnap VonHelton and whatever. It's ridiculous. I have a plan to confront him. And, there's other comments, though, that I totally agree with, and that would be the comment that shit-talking Couch Panther left, and he said that, "I still say a better use of a private investigator's time is to find his real son and make sure the child support is being paid. Waste of time trying to win anything or threaten someone trolling on the internet. There's a real kid out there completely neglected by this skin sack. And personally, I think that is that this is Von Helton Jr.'s point and that it's being missed. I can't tell you how much truth there is to that shit-talking Couch Panther. There's a lot of truth. There is a confirmed child out there of Von Helton's. He has failed the DNA test. Now, no matter what crazy explanation he comes up with to try to talk down his failure of the DNA test, everyone knows it's his kid. He's abandoned the kid. He's disowned the kid. He doesn't want to pay the child support. And he doesn't want to have anything to do with this child in North Dakota. So, whether or not you people believe me or not, just remember, there is already a kid he abandoned. So, he is an abandoned, he's an abandoning father who's abandoned kids. Whether it be me or someone else, that's Von Helton. Okay? So, you know, one last thing on Pat's chat, or Pat Champeau. I don't know if I'm his oldest son. I don't know if I'm his youngest son. I don't know if I'm his middle son. And, you know, anyone has a My Life profile, by the way. I mean, this isn't something private eyes can only access. My Life. And, yeah, you're going to find a lot of stuff about me on the internet. Because I've been on the internet for a long time. And I've had Facebook, and I've had MySpace, and I've had Twitter, and I even went out of my way to give Pat Champeau my mother's other last names. Without those, she never would have been able to obtain my birth certificate. So she can thank me for that. But to summarize and to button up this video, I will just say this. Pat, you're a nice lady. I like you. I don't have anything against you. You can keep digging. Why don't you just pay for... You have all my information now, so you could pay for a real background check and really get to the nitty-gritty on me. Dig up all the dirt. Do a criminal background check. Get my criminal charges on record and do a video on that. All I have to say is that I'm excited that I inspired you to actually make videos, because it seems to me that up until I appeared, you hadn't made anything. In fact, you made the channel about a month after I first appeared, and you just recently started to upload videos. So, if all that comes out of this is that Von Helton Jr. Inspired Pat Champeau to make good videos, then I say I did the world a favor. So that's it for now. I'll be making a video soon about my plans for traveling to Kentucky. I'm not going to traumatize Von Helton's children, as Pat Champeau would have you believe. My plans are simply to go down there and confront my father. And I'll leave his kids out of it. I'll leave my grandmother, his mother, out of it. It's just between me and Von Helton. So, that's it. See you guys.